How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys having a great and exceptional day / evening. All right, let's get into it. Well, it is that time of the week, family, where I love to highlight Black-owned businesses and professionals, getting more into the professional aspects as well. And according to the article that I read today, by the age of 27, Mr. Boyd Cluess landed a six-figure cybersecurity job at a Fortune 500 company. He didn't really have a degree or any connections to get him into the door, but what he did have was healthy level of curiosity and confidence that took him further than he expected. Mr. Cluess stated, "I have always had an interest in IT, but I never pursued it because I didn't have a formal education." And he stated that I wasn't sure how to get into the market, and that's usually how it is in trying to get into any specific industry, market, whatever have you. And in today's world, working in the IT industry can open up so many doors, especially opening up opportunities for more people to own their own IT businesses. Being able to work remotely, especially in today's world, all at the same time is a very beautiful thing. A lot more people, especially in this field, are gravitating towards that on a regular basis. The article also stated that Mr. Cluess landed a job with one of the largest copy manufacturers in the world. He started his career as an accounts receivable clerk, making $13 an hour. Mr. Cluess knew that wasn't his final destination in life because his true passion was information technology, which is a good thing. Just because where you start in life doesn't mean that's where you're going to end. It's all about what you do on a regular basis, who you come in contact with, etc., and so forth. But without formal education or connections, transitioning to the IT world seemed like an impossible dream. One of the best things about being in the IT industry is that you do not need to have a college degree, but one can have a multitude of IT certifications to get one foot in the door. Eventually, Mr. Cluess and his entire department were hit with layoff notice, just like we've unfortunately seen around the country right now with all these real estate organizations, platforms, Bitcoin, IT tech companies. There's been a massive layoffs and whatnot that has been happening in today's market. So if you have a job, be thankful that you have a job and take that job seriously because it's a crazy world that we're living in right now, right? But anyways, I digress. Eventually, Mr. Cluess said that little did Mr. Cluess know it was exactly what he needed when he got laid off to reinvent himself. And that's another thing before I go forward. That's another thing that was one of the best things about the lockdowns is that people had more time to themselves, so people had more time to reinvent themselves if they wanted to. That's if they wanted to. A lot of people had to go back to the norm and whatnot, but a lot of people's jobs were not waiting for them because a lot of businesses closed down or had massive layoffs just like we have going on right now. All right, Mr. Boyd leveraged YouTube to train himself the basic computer knowledge he needed to make a career transition, and like so many others out here nowadays are students of YouTube University, including myself, which is the pathway for so much success, family. So he basically obtained these certifications which were based on the recommendations of others, such as the CISSP, Certified Information Systems Security Professional certification. He also added the following certifications to his resume: CCSK, Certified Certificate of Cloud Security Knowledge; CISA, Certified Information Systems Auditor; QSA, Qualified Security Assessor. Then Mr. Cluess worked on becoming a cybersecurity specialist, and he focused on credit card data security as income and job opportunities skyrocketed for him. Focus, passion, implementation. That's what it's all about, family. Eventually, he became a senior security architecture for American Airlines, which I fly them regularly. So, hey, that's a beautiful thing. I even have an airline credit card with them. He stated that I was terrified. I was going from IT analyst to a small business company to working at one of the largest airlines in the world. Not just the United States, but in the world, said Mr. Boyd. Mr. Cluess. He said, I had a moment of panic and was going to rescind my acceptance of offer letter at that time. He says, I was thinking I didn't have the educational background to work in a corporate environment like this. But you had some skill sets, and obviously there was something about your resume and your interview that you like they say on Wildin' Out, you picked up and you killed it. You know what I mean? But anyways, but his wife, which is, when you have the right partner, these things matter. He kept him going. He said that she said she was watching him and studying him work on a regular basis. She mentioned that nobody knows this stuff like you do, So he became an internal consultant for American Airlines. He stated, and I quote, "I showed them how to implement new applications in order to maintain compliance, and becoming a great asset for a major corporation like American Airlines means a lot." The article stated that Mr. Cluess quickly became known as an expert in PCI DSS payment card industry data security standard, and was asked to speak at conferences and events around the world. Also, he created boot camps to help others do the same thing. On the weekends, he hosted events in different cities and countries to teach others in demand IT skills, which is a beautiful thing. His training helped more people double their income within 90 days. 90 days, family. That says a lot, okay? Going from $50,000 IT support worker to a six-figure cybersecurity professional, according to his testimonies. And when even during the pandemic, he started to host online events to help others get into the IT industry. The article ended on this great note. Mr. Cluess stated that, "I didn't set out to get rich from this." He says, "I believe when you help people get what they want, there's no way you can't be successful." Now, Mr. Cluess is building a foundation for his three boys, daughter to do this, and daughter to do the same thing. There was an example. He's showing that barriers can be broken down, and you can definitely achieve success by solving problems that others have. And that's the main thing at the end of the day, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you are a professional. The economy we live in today is what problems can you solve, period. You know, how can you solve, what problems can you solve, how can you do it, can you do it in an efficient and cost-effective manner? These are the things that matter, you know what I mean? So much love and respect, especially given the fact that he wasn't like a lot of people. When they become successful, they just forget about everybody and they turn their back on people. He started hosting events, you know, first physical events, then he started doing online events and whatnot, because he wanted people to be able to get into the IT industry, a growing industry. On even with all the tech layoffs and whatnot, they're not going to get rid of all the IT people, because they need technology to continuously work, because that's how the business is done on a regular basis, from big business to small business and whatnot. You know, it is what it is. So nothing but love and respect to him on that one. Speaking of which, if you want to support Larry's Anything Goes, check out our online store, and obviously if, the donations that I get on my Venmo, Cash App, and my PayPal, that's always greatly appreciated as well. So that's another great way to contribute. And then obviously do the great three things: like, share, and subscribe. You know, I always say that if you're a crypto investor, don't forget about thinking about joining the Gold Standard Partners and Coinbase. That's in the links as well. Gold Standard Partners, that's an affiliate marketing organization where you not only have the opportunity to buy crypto, but you have the opportunity to refer others to do the same thing, get paid off their crypto purchases and package purchases, and go from there, right? Links in the description. And also, if you're a stock market investor, individual retirement account investor, crypto investor, bond investor, think about signing up with Coinbase. Think of signing up with Crypto.com. Think about signing up with WEBULL, Stash, Acorns, all those beautiful things. You have the opportunity to make those money moves in that aspect. Especially with, and when you sign up with all those platforms, you'll be able to make some money. All the information is in the description. Also with Acorns, you'll be able to link your debit card if you want to. And every time you spend, say, $20.25, they'll round that up to $21, and that extra money will get invested into the stock market, all right? You know, there's so many ways to make money moves nowadays. That's all about if you want to do it, all right? And obviously, on that note, remember, you can't get fired if you own the company. Obviously, Mr. Cluess is on his way to owning something, even though he's a professional and being a consultant. Well, he owns things and he's working for a great corporation all at the same time, right? So do the great three things: like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And as I always say, make money moves, or you're going to live broke like a fool. Take care, family.